Hey there. Running around is making me dizzy. I have to look away. You're talking too much, yeah. You're talking in circles. Relax, we've got all day. And it looks like it's been a while since you have eased your mind. So sit back, enjoy the fire. Who knows what we will find. And you sit and tend to the fire, and I see the corn higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, you will always be home. You will always be home. I work hard, I work all day, and I hum to myself. Well, it helps to pass the time when there is no one else. And a long day passes slowly as sweat stays on my brow. But I know I will make it through as long as I make myself remember. I sit and I look to the sky, and I see the corn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, I will always be home. I will always be home. Ooh, yeah. Inch by inch, the corn it will grow until it's cut down to the ground. And each spring this vicious cycle will again turn around. But I've learned something from this year's crops and conspicuous wisdom, because they'll refuse to go before leaving a sweet taste on my tongue. And you sit and tend to the fire, and I see the corn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, you will always be home. And I sit and I look to the sky, and I see the corn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, yeah, I will always be home. Hi. Well, for those of you who had the getaway with us, we certainly had ourselves an adventure today. And you know, I'm not sure when you come and gather. Oh, thank you for the claps, and thank you for the love, and thank you to whomever requested that at our getaway. Man, I don't know how many of y'all get to read the descriptions for each gathering before you pop on, or if you can read them while it's happening. But it was a heartbreaker morning. And for those of you who were not a part of our trips Facebook group, last week, midweek, Willa and then Allie both got COVID. I spent 4 days before the gathering, 3 days before the gathering at home, trying to take care of them, wearing my N95, and I was testing every day. I sent a note to all of our getaways planning to come on a trip, just letting them know what was going on. I continued to test every day. We played some really fun marathon shows. Had some pretty amazing times together while we could. We were at Snow Pond Center for the Arts up in Sydney, Maine, which was just beautiful. And people stayed in cabins and dorms, and we all just ate together and hung out. Beautiful lake. Some people were brave enough to jump in that lake. But this morning, early morning, I tested again, and I got one of those like little faint pink lines on the tester. You know, one of those lines that's like so faint, it's like, oh fuck, am I only like half positive? But you know, I called together our little team early in the morning, and we just put our heads together, not literally, socially distanced, and we decided it was probably just, you know, we definitely had to tell everybody, and it was probably best to kind of do an outdoor brunch and make sure everybody kind of minimized contact and got home safe. And so it was a heartbreaker ending to an epic trip. It was so cool how many of y'all came out. And actually, I mean, this is a debate, and we need to think about this for next year now, actually, because Snow Pond would love us to come back, which I would be thrilled about. We started the autumn getaway sessions. We started doing it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We just thought it would be a small little trip or whatever, but it's becoming so fun. I'm wondering if next year, if a lot more of you could come if it was on a weekend, right? Instead of during weekdays. So we have to think about that and talk about it. We should talk about it. It's just so nice up there. It feels a shame to not make it as easy as possible for as many of you all to experience it as possible. So anyways, I'm home now. Willa just went to bed. She is doing much better. She has been cooped up in this little house for the past week now. So Ellie and I can't quite tell if she's like maybe not totally over feeling COVID-y, or if she is just a little cranky and stir crazy, probably a little of both. Allie is doing much better too. So, and so far, I mean, my voice is a little shot, but I've been singing a lot, so it might be shot anyways. Other than that, aside from being tired, and I would be tired anyways, it's hard to tell whether or not I actually have any symptoms. So I will, of course, be keeping you all posted. For those of you tuning in from Florida and Colorado, it is true, I had to cancel my shows. It was going to be a really fun solo weekend for me. I was going to play at this cool community theater in Parker, Colorado, right outside of Denver. And then from there, fly into, I think, Fort Myers, Florida, where I would then drive out to Captiva Island and spend 3 days playing at the Island Hopper Songwriters Festival. And I was so excited for that. Anne-Marie, yes, this is my third go-around with COVID now, which is not, look, I'm probably one of the most exposed human beings I know, right? So it's too bad. I know, right? It's like, I feel like that new vaccine came out just a week too late, didn't it? And speaking of which, you all should just be careful, because we are hearing a lot about a new wave of a new variant that's very contagious, and people getting sick a lot again. So probably no coincidence that it's corresponding with the beginning of the school year. We ain't done with this. We ain't done with this pandemic. I guess it ain't. We are done with the pandemic part, but we ain't done with COVID. Probably never will be. And it's frustrating. I'm frustrated today. So I know that our gatherings, when it's just you and me, we've been talking about contenders for the next album. And we've been digging into the 27 song list that we have to whittle down for studio purposes, and I've been loving getting your feedback. And as we continue to gather, I'll be sharing more, and maybe we'll make it a little more official. We'll find a place to house demos for all of the songs, so that you all can kind of dig in and maybe weigh in a little more officially. I would love that. I would love your feedback on that. But today, I thought we would take a break, because one of the cool aspects of the getaway sessions is that when everybody shows up, they get a request, or they make a request. And over the course of the 3 days, we weave their requests into our concerts, and we are one concert short. And so a lot of you getaways that were hanging with us didn't get a chance to hear some of your requests. So and there were some challenging, old school gathering requests, including this next song that is half song, half poem. It's called Particles and Pieces, and so I have called up, and man, I wish I was a little bit more organized, because I was looking at a version of this poem, and the poem keeps changing a little bit every time I look at it. I tweak it a little. But as I was looking at the poem this time, I wasn't sure whether it was the latest version or not, and it got tweaked again. And so there's probably a couple versions of this that I've shared. But as I always like to say, right, songs are living art forms, and so that's okay. Let's see how this goes, okay? A ragged man with the heart of a boy walks down the path, trailing pieces of himself as he goes. But he does not fear the thought of losing himself as he collects the fallen pieces of those he has met along his way. And in doing so, he becomes a new man with a new heart. And that heart is again the heart of a boy. And the world spins and light shines down from the sun. And as the shining particles fall, they make glorious sounds as they hit the earth. And the man with the heart of a boy picks up the shining particles and adds them to himself. And he sings a song as he walks along the path. And the song is himself. And the song is pieces of everyone he has met. And the song shines from the fallen particles of the sun that are now a part of him. And he opens his eyes from a dream, and he is surrounded by others who sing songs made from fallen pieces and particles they have collected along their paths. And the rhythms of the blood running through their arteries force their bodies to move in time. And as they move, their songs become louder, and they become one song. And the ragged man with the heart of a boy loses himself in the song and forgets the meaning of the word alone. And he moves in time to the song, and he finds courage in the dark night. And trailing pieces of himself as he goes, he closes his eyes and walks on through the darkness. The world is covered with particles and pieces, falling wreckage from humans in the sun. Boys with hearts and laughter gathered their collections, trailing pieces of themselves as they run. When you fall among the particles and pieces, will you pick them up to make you whole again? For it's we who make the world spin. Still needs a little work. Thank you for the claps, and thank you for the love. I'm gonna warn you right now. So these requests, well, you know what, man? These requests, I am starting. There's a number of them we were gonna play today, and oh, thank you very much. I love that you guys love that song, or whatever it is. So yeah, so these are the requests I'm playing tonight are the requests that the bandies didn't know. I have a whole list of requests that we were going to play during the bandy set too, but I just thought I'd start at the very beginning. Besides, I'm feeling a little contemplative tonight. So these suit my fancy. Sorry, I'm having trouble with this tonight. I make a stabbing sound, fall back onto the ground. Well, I find every time when I'm back on my knees, fumbling around, it's a foregone conclusion. Every time I try, but the contact gets me high. You see me lying here, wonder how I see things, dear. Well, I find every time when I'm flat on my face, hopelessly down, it's a foregone conclusion. Time I try, but the contact gets me high. Dark. Y'all know, well, maybe not all of you, but many of you who have been gathering with me for a while know that I have my own struggles with the darkness, right? And I don't know, I mean, I guess the word is depression, but I don't know. I just think that that there are times when maybe that's, there are times when the world just doesn't look sunny for me. And there are times when I'm faced with, when I question a lot of who I am and what I'm doing, and I feel glimpses of despair, and during those times, I'm proud of a pact that I've made with myself, that during those times, rather than fear that darkness, right, I try to kind of immerse a little bit in that darkness and find the feelings in there, and write and play. And that's what that last song was about. Contact. It's called Contact, right? But it's about finding beauty, right, in the despair, right, that actually touching that darkness, right, can be one of the, in some weird way, most deeply fulfilling things that I do. So you should not feel sorry for me about that. The darkness is how I appreciate the light too, right? So I would not want to have it any other way. You know, it's not fun being sad, right? But it's pretty incredible living a life when you can share that sadness, right? Anyway, speaking of the darkness, how about a song written about a guy that lives his life in the darkness, probably not alive anymore, I'm sad to say. A guy named Ray, who I met while I was working on the farm, who was a trucker. I hung out with him many nights at the local bar Fitzy's in Cookstown, Ontario, and this is one of the early songs that I wrote, and also one of the songs to this day that I love and I'm most proud of. Yeah, not a lot of uplifting songs in this set tonight. Well, my name is Ray Thomas, I truck north of here. And I spin you a tale if you lend me your ear, and you keep me supplied with a smoke and a beer, yeah. It's Fitzy's in town, where us locals do dwell. And the booze treats you right, and it's all that they sell. And the girl in the skirt comes right over to me, and she serves me beer. She's all that I see on the Michaela, you're a vision to these eyes of mine, and you can talk to me any and every old time. You're the reason I'm still on this earth, can't you see? You're a goddess, a poet, a beauty to me, yeah. Well, I killed a man once back in '73. I was doing a job down in West Tennessee when a man fell asleep. He swerved into my oncoming lane. They all told me I wasn't to blame, yeah, yeah. And I turned to the bottle where I've been ever since, and I ain't coming back till I no longer glimpse that boy's body crushed all the way into his backseat by my 18-wheel killer, my hands and my feet. And on the hard days she knows, and she gives me a smile, and I'll tell her a joke and we'll laugh for a while, and she'll keep the beers coming to 2 or till 3, and I'll wrap myself up in my own fantasy with my Michaela, beating my mind. It's okay to forget for a while what's behind. Pardon my sentence with one mischievous line. You make me drunk on one more day at a time, yeah, day at a time, yeah. My eldest son Randy, he took off with the shaft, and the shot across my jaw, man, he knocked me clean out. He stood up on his feet, the man I taught him to be, with my own swollen knuckles, like my dad did me. Yeah. And my 2 girls, they live here in town. They each married a Jones boy, true love they had found, or at least they'll keep thinking till they hit the ground from a dream that grows old and faded. And my wife shuts her mouth, 'cause I'm paying the rent, and I'll beat her like hell, and that's where I'll be sent. For I've known all along since I was born where I'm bound, to a place where I'll no longer hear the sweet sound of my cage. Michaela, oh angel, you turn me around. You're the daughter and lover and meaning I've found, and you are not cursed by my Thomas bloodline. You don't lighten on me yet, thank your God and thank mine, thank mine. Grew up as a farm girl, she's now paving her way. It's waitress by night and it's study by day, that she'll soon make her fortune don't come as a surprise. She takes on the world with those invincible eyes, yeah, yeah. Works now 3 years at Fitzy's, come May or come June, and the men who come see her, they fill up the room. We each get a turn at her service divine, as we're poured retribution one at a time by Michaela. Michaela, you never will know the yours till the day that I die. But I know that your future is greater than greater than I am. Mama Kayla, no, no, no. Okay. Well, we got through it. Honestly, I would sing that song every night if I could. I mean, it's a hard song to sing too, especially like, you know, because I'm singing it in first person. And the part about, you know, Ray abusing his family in various ways. I mean, it's... All right. Another song that I wrote during COVID, that I've only shared at gatherings, made the request list. Another song that I need some notes for at the very, very end. May have lost some time in Georgia, and I have just myself to blame. Felt the world upon my shoulders, I was running away. I know I must be getting older. I feel the wind blow past my grave. Pour myself another cold one, let the stereo play. I'm on a run and I'm trying to get it right. Feel the sun, but I struggle to see the light. Get it done using any help I can find. And I may have lost some time. Well, I've known the cradle of the highway. I've studied the lines across my palm. Hope that I ain't drifting sideways as I roll on, forever on. And I'm as wise as my losses along the way. more, the less that I try to say. Hope my heart can teach me to read my mind. And I may have lost some time. May have lost some time. Give just a little, try just a little, trust just a little, live just a little more. Hold on just a little, laugh just a little, heal just a little, feel just a little more. Reach out just a little, think just a little, learn just a little, love just a little more. Believe just a little, hope just a little, heal just a little, be just a little more, and may have lost some time. May have lost some time. May have lost some time. Cheers. Thank you for the claps. Thank you for the love. Yeah, that's a song I just wanna like spend 2 days in a candlelit studio room. Just, you know, just playing along to that song. I don't know. Just seeing what happens. Anyways, appreciate the request. That happens to be one of the 27 contenders. One of the dark horses that I am almost sure will not make the cut for the next album, but I'd like to find the excuse to start recording it anyways. Yeah. I mean, maybe the key is, right, like, I mean, maybe we have to release an album with, you know, the peppy, uplifting songs, maybe a ballad or two in there, but right, but really, like, the essence of the album is the Pink Champagnes and the Revelates, Erica, I don't know, right? But maybe there just needs to be an album of hugging on that darkness a little bit. It's the quiet album. Maybe if we release them in somewhat close proximity. I don't know. I'm just thinking about lots of stuff. All right. Let's see. We'll stay in this darkness. This is a song I've only played twice for human beings. I think 2 gatherings is a song that I wrote in my early years and I never played out. It is one of 3 songs that I kind of wrote in sequence. One of them, one of the songs is called Thought Design, about a 72-year-old man. One of them is Was the Boy, and now a boy's song. And this is a song called Plight of the Younger Man. And I'm due for a there should be another intervening chapter in there somewhere. But let's see how this goes. Here I come to stand for the form, the younger man. A teardrop in my hand said for coming days, and I will cast aside solace for my churning pride. Eyes flash, I come to ride passion to the fray. Time is seething like it will, like it will. Time is seething like it will. Time is seething like it will, like it will, and I will seethe in time. Wish I could see it all, I blindly run to chase the call. Gather round, watch me fall, I'll pick it up again. My mark will be my best, beat it now across my chest. Stand tall to face my tests, love and lose and bend. Time is seething like it will, like it will. Time is seething like it will. Time is seething like it will, like it will, and I will seethe in time. Seethe in time. We'll seethe in time. And the boy is older today. So little time to come of age. So little time to come of age. And the boy is older My challenge will be all the tides of apathy. Count 'em up, 1, 2, 3, locked into the maze. But I will persevere through the murky atmosphere until I see things clear, cut it through the haze. Time is seething like it will, it with, and I will see in time. We'll see in time. Well, some dark requests. It was a joy to play them on this dark day for me. I promise to keep you posted as the week unfolds, as to how I'm feeling, how my girls are feeling. As I mentioned earlier, the shows this weekend in Colorado and Florida are canceled. I'll be here at home trying to get COVID negative again. I should, however, be healed up and good to go by next weekend. And we have 3 shows in the New England area, all 3 of which I am pretty excited about. On Saturday the 30th, we are playing in, I know it's near Portsmouth, but I want to make sure that I get this right, Newfields, New Hampshire. It's near like Exeter, Portsmouth, New Hampshire area. There is a place called the Vernon Family Farm. It is supposedly this beautiful, incredible location. The folks that run the farm are friends with our friends at Well Told, so they are by the associative property extended family members. We're going to show up on Saturday, September 30th, and play there. Apparently, it is just a beautiful setting to see music. And I'm glad we're sneaking it in September because the weather is still going to be nice. That is on Sunday, September 30th, and then that is on Saturday, September 30th. On Sunday, October 1st, we are going to be back on the mountain stage where we had our ramble. We are doing a rally sound event in Ashburnham, Massachusetts. Pretty excited. Pretty excited to be back on that stage. I know a lot of y'all who gather with us, who have rambled with us, are looking forward to being back in that kind of sacred spot. And so that's going to be great. We're going to be raising some money for the Ashburnham Land Trust. We're going to protect some of that wilderness up in the Wachusett Valley area. So I'm excited about that. And then on Monday, October 2nd, we are going down to Bristol, Rhode Island to meet up with our friends in the Pat McGee Band. They are doing a 3-day event. And it is called Ocean State of Mind, and they bring down a bunch of artists, and it is like a 3-day trip, like our winter gathering and our getaway sessions. But unlike us, Pat likes to just bring in a ton of artists, great songwriters. It's really a fun thing to be a part of. He does this trip, Ocean State of Mind. He also does one called Down the Hatch in North Carolina that happens at the very end of May, beginning of June. We will be down there again as well for the beginning of their North Carolina festival. I don't know if that is announced yet, but fuck it. The only challenge with the Bristol, Rhode Island show, Pat's, is I think that he does not sell day passes. And so if you want to be a part of Ocean State of Mind, plan to be there for the 3 days or so, or pay a lot of money for 1 day, which is also cool. So anyways, that is our, not this weekend, but next weekend coming up. And we have a bunch of fun other shows around the corner throughout New England, throughout October, up until the very point when I leave for my paternity leave for a month and a half, and I get to support my wife as she brings our new daughter into the world, which I am very excited about. So, I just want to thank y'all for being here. I want to thank, for those of you that were at the getaway, everyone was just so cool and understanding. And man, I really fucking hope y'all don't get sick. Oh, that is like my scariest thought. I mean, we have fought so hard since the beginning of COVID to keep each other safe, and it just and it's a little bit heartbreaking just to feel like, just to feel like I might have put some of y'all in danger. So anyways, keep each other posted, okay? Keep us posted, keep me posted, and let's get on to the next chapter, shall we? Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, all that we see. Here's to our hearts in the air that we breathe. Here's to our good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us, and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around and good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Cheers. Thank y'all for gathering with me. Thanks for being a part of this this pretty inspiring community. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another, and I'll see you again soon.